Hi, it's July 25th and 2013, and these are Prairie Joy seedlings, open-pollinated seedlings of Prairie Joy rose. And I just wanted to show you a few because I think they're so lovely. The foliage has often that nice emerging reddish tint. There's really very little disease on these things. Other seedlings of mine are showing black spot, but these Prairie Joy seedlings are almost universally disease resistant. There are some odd funky ones, such as that one, which looks like it has some type of problem. And there's very little, as you can see, not too many blossoms. So I don't think Prairie Joy is very strong in passing on reblooming tendencies. And the blossoms that are here are often very similar to Prairie Joy itself, which is fine. But I wanted to show you, just as we're walking by, some of these. I thought this one was lovely with that fine textured foliage and the reddish stems. This one has one little blossom on it. There we are. A single pink. Probably not ever going to be a heavy bloomer, but I just love that shrubby habit. If I could get something just as disease resistant, just as hardy, but with more of an ever-blooming character, and this same foliage, I would be so happy. There are others, it ranges from these that are relatively huge, about 2 or 3 feet tall, with a few blossoms out on the tips. And then occasionally there will be these little guys, plants that haven't really gotten huge but are indeed ever blooming. I'm not sure that there'd be any point in keeping the ones that are non-reblooming and puny at the same time. But for instance, this one right down here, it's not that big, but you can clearly see that it's been putting its energy into blossoms rather than growing. It's still healthy. It's got, well, these blossoms are shattering. Here we go. It's got a white blossom, and I don't mind if I see a little black spot on the inside because it's a Prairie Joy seedling, and it's all about horizontal resistance. So, anyways, just wanted to show you a few. Here's another of my favorites, which is different in character and foliage, and it does appear to be ever blooming. So I love this. Well, of course I wish it was more rounded in its overall habit, but I love that more of a narrow leaf just because it's different. I think it's still very attractive. And this one does appear to be putting out buds on the new growth, which is a good sign. There's a bud there. Good sign of it being truly ever blooming. The blossoms are, nothing to write home about, but they're deeper pink than Prairie Joy itself. So it's these little interesting genetic side shoots that, I don't know, make me want to keep on using Prairie Joy in spite of the fact that it doesn't really pass on a lot of heavy blooming. Here's another one of the dwarf everbloomers, mostly bald blossoms. Another one down here with that peachy undertones. Next year will be the 3rd year for these, and that will be when I really decide who gets to stay and who gets to go. Way down here on the end. Let's see if we can do this and keep it around 5 minutes. This is the most ever blooming of them all, right here on the end. Tons of buds on it all summer long, but unfortunately it's a little bit ungainly. What do you call it? Lanky. It doesn't have that nice thick shrubby habit. But hey, maybe we can work with it and go from there.